Hello, welcome to Yoga Flow. So today we're going to move our bodies. I recommend 1 to 2 blocks, definitely one for sure. And I've also got a hand towel here because I've been running hot. So if you're wondering what that is what this is. You can always have a washcloth or a water bottle with you if you need that through the practice. I'm also sitting on a blanket. So if you feel like you need to do that when we're doing some seated poses or knee cushion, we will have a few things where we're down on our knees, and then you might want to have that. Otherwise, our theme today is letting go, a parigraha, as we say in Sanskrit. And so just think about things that are not serving you, that you could maybe let go of, or maybe a small sustainable step to let go of what's not serving you. And I'll give you different prompts throughout. But that being said, let's find a comfortable seat. So grow a little bit longer and taller from crown to tail, but not so much that you can't sit or breathe comfortably. So you don't want the rigidity there, but you want just a little bit of lift and length. Taking a slight tuck in the chin, and we'll come into the practice. So as we're here, just notice, could you let go of any residual tension that you may have in the face, the shoulders, or the hips? Good, and then we'll bring that awareness to the breath. So as we inhale and expand the rib cage, hold it at the top. And just release what's not serving you. And we'll do that again. Big inhale and expand. And release something not serving you. Good. Going into a counted pranayama practice, we'll do this for a count of 5. We'll do 3 rounds. If 5 is not your number, do what you can. Don't worry about what you can't. If you've got the Ujjayi pranayama, that back of the throat constriction in your practice, go ahead and bring that in here. So sitting nice and tall. Good. Big exhale to prepare. Good. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, return to normal breath, fingertips to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale, hands in heart center. So our intention is the one I gave you, letting go. You can always come up with your own if you need to do that as well. And once you have that set, we'll inhale, take it up. Good, reach. Good, we're gonna exhale to the left, move through center, take it to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left. We're gonna hold it to the left, reach. Sits bones are grounded. Now you can choose here to side bend deeper if that's a better option for you. You can choose to open towards the ceiling, or you can choose that C curve roll, belly button into the spine, forehead in the direction of the knee, but not touching. Now for me and my body today, it feels better to open towards the ceiling, so that's what I'm going to do personally. And then from here, finding length, moving through center, take that right into the other side. Good. Maybe a little gentle, maybe a little bit deeper. You can open towards the ceiling or finding that C curve roll. So find what works for you on the side in this moment. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, coming back. Reach, reach, reach. Get a gentle rotation towards the left. Arms are going to come down. Rolling shoulders back, looking behind you. Breathe and expand. Good. So remember, no cranking through the low spine. And when you're ready, inhale and lift. Exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, taking that to the other side. Rolling shoulders back, looking behind you. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, inhale and lift. Exhale, come to center. Good. I'm going to take my arms down. I'm going to recommend that you find a spinal roll, but you can do any movement here that would feel good to your body. And then I'm just going to reverse that roll. Good. You're just getting into the special places that like to be tight. And then from here, when you're ready, we're going to make our way to all fours. So if you need that knee cushion, bring that in. And I'm going to be kind to my knees today, kinder than I normally am, and bring in my blanket here. Good. So from here, spreading the fingers nice and wide, rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. These are under the hips. They can be slightly wider than the hips if you've got some back issues. But I've got the tops of my feet down. Belly button is in. Big inhale, shine the heart forward, tip the pelvis back. Nice cow pose. Exhale, really round, mad cat pose. Let this first cat be a nice upper body stretch for you as well. So really press away, really tuck in that belly, really look towards the thighs. Good. And then inhale on the cow, exhale in cat. And one more time, inhale cow, exhale cat. Good. Coming back even. Let's take a child's pose here. Knees can be together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. You can take your arms long in front of you, or if your shoulders don't want that yet, you can take your hands back by the ankles, letting shoulders release. Forehead can come to the floor or to a block. Breathe and expand. This is active. So zip up from pubic bone and behind the navel. Expand that rib cage on the inhale. Good. From here, when you're ready, good, we're going to make our way back to tabletop. Good. Now from the tabletop, I'm going to take my right leg back. I'm going to plant and ground in the big toe and pinky toe mounds. As I press back through that right heel, I'm going to drop the right hip slightly. Good, and I've got a strong, even upper body here. Breathe and expand. And then from here, I'm going to come forward. You can choose just to lift the leg. You can choose to lift opposite arm. You can choose to stay here, maybe just bending that knee. Some of you are going to take that right hand around, maybe grabbing pants, an ankle or a foot or a toe. If you've got something, let that right knee come in towards midline. Roll that left shoulder back. Belly button is in. Squeezing the right glute. Right foot straight up towards the ceiling, maybe looking forward. Careful not to crunch the spine. How do we know if the spine is crunching? Well, if it feels like it's crunching, then it is crunching. And then from here, when we're ready, carefully release with control. And we take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. If you need a full child's pose or a half child's pose here to decompress the wrist for a moment, take that. And then when we're ready, we will come back. We'll get that other side. So left foot's going to come back. Pressing into big toe and pinky toe mounds, dropping left hip slightly, pressing back through that heel. Strong, even upper body, maybe a little bit of a bend in the elbows. Breathe and expand. And then when you're ready, coming forward, maybe you choose to only lift the leg. Maybe right arm comes forward. Maybe you bend that knee. Maybe you reach back and grab a foot, pants, ankle, or toe. Good. Belly button is in. The left knee is in towards midline, rolling right shoulder back. Maybe you squeeze that left glute, taking left foot straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe looking forward. So remember, anytime you're in a back bend, front body's engaged. That helps you back bend safely. And then from here, we'll release and take that down. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Half or full child's pose here. And then when you're ready, coming forward. So we're going to come in a down dog. So if you're 5 foot tall or taller, maybe take a half a hand's width or full hand's width forward. Those of you that are wondering why I don't do that is because I am shorter than 5 foot tall. I'm 5'10". So for 5 foot, I wish I was 5'10". 4'10" is what I meant to say. 4'10". So find your downward facing dog. Good. And then once you find yourself here, press in and forward into your mat. You're rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Your head and neck are free. Ears are by the biceps. Press evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. Maybe a bend in the knees. From here, you will choose. Maybe you want to bend and lengthen. Maybe you want to walk the dog one leg at a time. Maybe you want to come high on the toes and drop the heels. Find what your body needs you to have. Good. And after you've moved for a moment, find some stillness. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk or step your feet forward to meet your hands. Now, if you can't touch the floor, come to your block here. Good. Rooting into those feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Thighs, shins, block or floor. You're looking for a flat spine. Exhale and we'll bow. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Good. So as we come to this first set of flows of letting go, think about what kind of toxic food, sugary beverages, empty calorie beverages, things like that, they're not serving your body. And could you think about one small sustainable step to make a change? So just giving all that up cold turkey is probably not going to work for you. Make one small step at a time towards change. Inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Knees lifted or grounded. Try not to collapse through the shoulders. Find a flow. You can also skip the flow. Down dog, child's pose, or working on a plank are all good places to be. From your down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Now, flowing is always optional. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more. Inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one personally. Good. From down dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath. Mountain, intention. Good. We're going to change up that pattern. This time, think about a toxic relationship. Maybe it's a family member that you need to cut back on your time, or maybe completely, depending on the situation. Maybe it's coworker. Maybe it's just a job that's not working for you anymore. Think about that. Big inhale, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. From here, we're going to step the right foot back. Good. Find that left up runner. You can bring a block in here if you need to. Good. That back knee is going to come down. Make sure the knee is behind the hip, not directly under. From here, right hand is going to come to a block or the floor, open to the left. Really press that floor or block away as you open. And taking that back down. Using a block to help you or walking yourself back up. Big inhale and reach. From here, right hand is going to take the left hand, lift a little bit, take a side bend to the right. So this is a little bit of a balance challenge here as well. And coming back up, release, arms forward. We're going to open to the left. Inhale, exhale, coming back. Reach, take that path to the mat. Plant the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog when you're ready. Right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. You're going to open that up towards the right. Strong, even upper body. We're just opening here. And lengthen that leg, taking that foot back down. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. This time, the left foot's going to step back. Find your right up runner. Use a block or two here if you need to. Good. Back knee's going to come down. We want it behind the hip. When you're ready, left hand on the floor or onto a block. Big inhale. We're going to open to the right. Good. Really press that hand into the block or to the floor as you open. Inhale. Exhale, taking that down. Good. From here, when you're ready, using a block or yourself, coming back up and reach. Good. From here, left hand takes right wrist, lift and side bend. What about any toxic relationships with TV shows, books, music, movies that have a lot of violence or sexual content, especially sexual violence? Are they good for you? Okay. And we'll lift, arms forward. Good. We'll open to the right. And coming through center. And reach. And take that path to the mat. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee. Plant those hands. Front foot steps back. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Noticing how you feel. From here, the left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that left knee, opening up to the left. Just opening up. Good. We'll lengthen that leg, taking that foot back down. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and back. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath. Mountain, intention. All right. Something along those lines that we've talked of that you can let go of. Have that in mind. We're going to go to our next flow, taking it up, sitting back into a chair pose. So really get into the feet, get into the glutes, get into the breath. Inhale. Exhale, then we'll bow. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose. Take or skip a flow. Once more, lifting that left leg, bending that left knee, opening up towards the left. Strong, even upper body. Maybe you can open a little bit more this time. Lengthening that leg, taking that foot back down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Or maybe walk, walk, walk the dog. Left leg will lift, bending that knee. Round, step or pick up and put that left foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep the back foot, heel to archer, a little bit wider with stability and power. Rise, warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Zip up through that front body. Watch that hip, knee, and toe tracking. Inhale, exhale, take that path to the mat. Plant the hands, swivel up back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. From down dog, right leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee. Opening up to the right, strong, even upper body. Maybe opening a little bit more this time. Lengthening that leg and taking that foot back down, evening everything up. Her right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee, round, step or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior prep the back foot. Find your alignment that's appropriate for you on this side for warrior one. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Keep that front body zipped up. Inhale, exhale, hinge and fold. Planting the hands, swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. And taking it back. Good. From downward facing dog when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bending those knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, the mountain, the intention. Good. So in this next one, maybe think about letting go, like what are you doing or not doing? Is it letting go of too much work and not enough play? Do you have too much play and not enough work? How could you let go of that? From here, when you're ready, inhale and lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose, take or skip that flow. Remember, flowing is always optional. Good. Taking a moment, reconnecting with that breath. From here, left leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. We're going to open up again to the left. And then from here, as you start to take your hips back even to the floor, could you round, kind of swinging it through or picking up that foot and putting it there? We're going to warrior prep the back foot. We're going to come up into a warrior two here. So find the alignment that's optimal for you on this side. Heel to arch, or a little bit wider. Maybe the front hip will come back a little bit, back hip will come forward. You can still open up the chest. Remember, you can twist at the torso while keeping your hips where they are. They don't have to always move with you. Good. Strong warrior, letting go warrior. And then from here, you choose. You can keep that front knee bent or you can lengthen it, taking it back exalted. If you like to arm bind or arm wrap here, find what you like. From here, we'll release, finding warrior two. Coming into a humble warrior, hands behind, you can leave them there. You can clasp them, you can press down, rolling shoulders back, maybe lifting, pressing strongly through the edge of the back foot, lengthen and hinge. Coming on the inside of that left knee. If you need to take a hand down, take a hand down. Or in my case, adjust the earpiece. And then from here, when you're ready, carefully coming up out of there, Release, warrior two. Maybe lengthening that front leg, finding exalted. Inhale, exhale, finding warrior two. We're going to find an extended side angle here. So again, pressing through the back edge of the back foot. Lengthen, 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 long torso. This is not a forward fold. We keep length in the spine. You can take forearm to the thigh, opening up here, or you can take a hand to a block inside or outside of the foot or the floor. If you're using a block or hand to the floor, can you press leg and arm into each other, really opening up that right shoulder? Could you press through the back edge of the back foot a little bit more? Maybe lifting those back toes as you press into big toe and pinky toe mounds in the heel. Could you press into big toe and pinky toe mounds of the heel of the front foot, lifting those toes? Notice those engagement points. Looking down at that front foot, lengthen that front leg coming out of there, coming back. Inhale. Exhale, finding warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheeling that down, swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. So from here, I'm just going to turn around to the other side. From your downward facing dog, right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that right knee, opening up to the right. Strong, even upper body. And then from here, as you're ready, as you even up those hips, round, swing, step, or pick up and put that foot forward between the hands. Warrior, prep that back foot, coming up into warrior two on this side. Find what works for you. Good. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Maybe open the chest just a little bit more here. Good. From here, when you're ready, keeping a bent front knee or lengthening that leg, we'll come back exalted. If you did an arm bind or an arm wrap on the other side, maybe find something similar here. And release back to warrior two. Finding that humble warrior, taking hands behind, clasping, leaving them there, pressing them down, opening up, press to that back foot, hinge forward. Remember, you can always take a hand down here if you need to. Watch that front knee. Shoulders in their pockets. And from here, when you're ready, getting into those feet, coming up, release, lengthen maybe, or stay bent, take it back exalted. With a smile, always with a smile. Good. We're letting go of things that are not serving us. Inhale, exhale, finding warrior two. Going into the extended side angle, press through the back edge. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Forearm to the thigh. Maybe a hand to the floor or to a block. Good. Pressing hand or the block or the floor, wherever you are there, if that's where you are. Press arm and leg into each other. Good. And maybe opening up the left. Sometimes I think I'm suffering from that long COVID brain fog thing that they keep talking about. So I know what I want to say, but the right words won't come out. Pressing back to the back edge of the back foot, maybe lifting those back toes. Maybe pressing the big toe mounds in that front heel, lifting those toes. And then from here, looking down at that front foot, lengthening that front leg, coming out of there, coming back exalted. Good. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. And we'll cartwheel that down. Good. Swiveling up the back foot, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. And just pause here for a moment. So coming back to another little prompt, is it too much other people? Not enough you time? Not enough self-care? Could you let go of the need to take care of the other people 24/7? And could you just take care of you for 30 minutes to an hour a day? People will be okay. It's okay to take time to yourself. From here, big inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath. Mountain, intention. Good. From here, I'm just going to move this block back up front to prepare for our next little flow. So this next one will involve triangle and big pyramid. So from here, when you're ready, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, bow. From this bow, right foot's going to step back. Warrior prep. Finding your warrior two. Good. Finding good alignment. And once you found your warrior two, lengthening that front leg. Hip, knees, and toes, really rooting. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. When you can come no more, come to a thigh, a shin, a block the floor. And we'll open up here. Triangle. Rooting the feet in. Remember, a good test if you're properly rooted. The hand coming down here just makes the pose pretty, but you should be able to, at some point or another, as you become stronger, just let it dangle and not rely on it. And then from here, looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee, we'll frame that front foot, swivel up your back foot. Now bring a block or two in here if you need that. Good. And then I'm pressing back through the back heel. Back heel is not grounded. And I'm going to lengthen this front leg. Front hip is back hip is forward. Lengthen that torso. Good. So really pressing the big toe and pinky toe mounts of that back foot so that ankle and heel doesn't bow out one way or fall inward. And then from here, looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee, planting the hands, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Good. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, on our bow. From this bow, the left foot's going to step back. Good. Find that right up runner. Warrior prep. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to rise, finding that warrior two. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. From your warrior two, lengthen that front leg, root into those feet. Here we go with triangle. Front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. When you can come no more, come to a thigh, a shin, a block the floor, opening up. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Let go of something with that exhale. Let go of some tension. Where could you soften? Looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee. Good. Coming down, we're going to frame that front foot, swiveling up the back foot, bringing a block or two in here if you need to, lengthening that front leg, lengthening the torso. I'm pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mound of that back foot, that heel. I'm pressing back through it, but it is not grounded. Breathe. Not big triangle, although we just did big triangle. This is big pyramid or pyramid variation. From here, when you're ready, looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee, planting the hands, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. Taking it back. Good. From your beautiful downward facing dog, when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bend those knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Good. From here, when you're ready, have blocks handy if you need to. So this is going to go into a more traditional pyramid a revolved triangle and revolved half moon here. So I'm going to start with my left leg being my forward leg. Good. And so we're not stepping out as wide as we would if you were doing, the large triangle or the pyramid we just did. So think about taking the back leg in halfway. Few things here, you can have a heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. So my back leg is at that angle. If your hips don't feel good with that alignment, find a parallel railroad track alignment. Okay, so some hips feel better with that one. So always do what works best for you, which might not necessarily be the way that I'm doing it in the moment. So wherever you're at, front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward. Root into those feet. Lengthen those arms. Belly button is in. Front knee is slightly bent. We don't want it to be locked. And when you can come no more, hands can come to the blocks or the floor. Lengthen the torso. I'm pressing back through the back foot. And I'm pressing into that front foot. So here's your more traditional pyramid. Good. Now for revolved triangle, different things for different people. Some of you are going to take a hand or a block on the inside of that foot and open to the left. Some of you are going to take a hand or a block on the outside of that foot and open to the left. Remember, front hip comes back hip comes forward, root into those feet. This is also a balance challenge. Good. From here, coming out, hands can come forward onto the floor or onto blocks, lifting up into a modified warrior 3. Others are going to keep the right hand on a block or to the floor, open up, revolved half moon. So I'm opening up to my left. I'm pressing into my heel, my big toe and pinky toe mounds of that left foot. And when you're ready, we'll take that down. Reach that right leg all the way back. That right knee is going to come down. Make sure it's coming down behind the hip. If you do this next one and the knee is not behind the hip, if you're directly on the kneecap, your kneecap and your knee is going to give you a lot of WTH comments or worse. So be mindful of where your knee placement is. So using blocks, if you need to, bring that in. Good. Maybe you just have your hands on that left leg and you just turn to the left. Some of you are going to bend that knee. So this is where you're going to know if you're on the kneecap, you need to be forward of that knee. Some of you are going to be able to hold on to pants or bind here. Others are going to roll onto the edge of that left foot. Good. And then from here, we'll release without slingshotting, with or without your blocks. Take a half split pose, lengthening torso. Good. From here, coming back forward, blocks can work forward, plant the hands, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose take or skip a flow. From your down dog, right leg's going to lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round. I'm going to take the right knee behind the right wrist for a belly down pigeon. If this is not where you are today, come onto your back. You will cross the right ankle over the left knee for figure 4. Remember, fill in any space here. A floating joint is a risky joint. And then you can come where it is that you need to come. So as we're thinking about letting go, maybe letting go of self-limiting thoughts or beliefs. What's the story you keep telling yourself? The I can't because. Are you tired of telling yourself that story? Are friends and family tired of hearing that story? And from here, when you're ready, We'll release. We'll come back up in the way that's best for you based on where you went. Find your downward facing dog. Good. Notice how you feel on one side versus the other. And when you're ready, inhale, look forward, bending the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, and bow. Inhale, root, engage, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, finding breath, mountain, intention. Good. So we'll take that flow, that series, right into the other side now. So have a block or two handy, whatever it is that you think you need. This time, the right leg is going to be your forward leg, stepping back a little bit with the left. Now, be mindful as to where you need to be. Are you heel to heel, heel to arch, that back leg being at an angle, or do you need parallel railroad tracks? Now, today on this side, my body needs parallel railroad tracks, so that's what I'm going to do. So always operate where you need to be. You might not do something the same way on the other side. Front hip will come back hip will come forward. Root in those feet, lengthen those arms. Inhale, exhale, lengthen. Little micro bend in that front knee. And when you're ready, come to blocks through the floor, lengthening the torso. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. Breathe. Now from this pyramid, coming into the revolved triangle, you choose your level. Maybe it's the left hand onto the floor to a block on the inside of that foot as you open to the right. Maybe it's a block or a hand on the outside of that foot as you open to the right. Front hip still comes back. Find yours. Let go of anything that came up on the other side. We're on this side now. This is the side that matters. Inhale, exhale. Good. Taking that down, you choose where you need to be. Hands forward on blocks or the floor. Finding that modified warrior 3 or left hand on a block or the floor, opening up to the right for revolved half moon. Breathe, pressing in big toe and pinky toe mounts, pressing in that heel. And then when you're ready, we'll come out of there, reaching that left leg back. Good. That left knee is going to come down now, making sure it's behind the hip. Good. Using a block or two here. When you're ready, you can come up being right here. Maybe you look over the shoulder. Maybe you choose to bend that back knee. Maybe you can bind with it. Maybe you can roll onto the side. And when you're ready, if you're bound, release without slingshotting. Coming back, use blocks if you need to. Come back. Half split pose. Lengthen, lengthen. And when you're ready, coming forward, good. Blocks can come back forward, planting the hands, tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. From here, left leg's gonna lift 3-point, bending that knee. Round, taking that knee behind the left wrist, coming into pigeon on this side, or maybe you need to come onto your back and cross that left ankle over the right knee for figure 4. Fill in any space under that left hip. Remember, floating joint is a risky joint. And when you're ready, find your pigeon. The last time we were here on the other side, we talked about our story. If you were tired of the story you kept telling yourself, how can you change your story once you let that go? Maybe one thought a day instead of I can't because, change that to I can, I will because. What would your life look like if you let go of your current story that's not serving you and changed it to something that is serving you? And when you're ready, good, we'll carefully come up in the way that's best for you based on where you went with that. Find your downward facing dog. Good, and from the downward facing dog, we're gonna drop both knees down, find a child's pose, knees together as wide as the mat or somewhere in between. Arms can be long in front of you or back by the hips. Notice how this one compares to that first one that you did. Let go through that breath just a little bit more. And then when you're ready, taking hands underneath the shoulders, and we'll come up here and finding a seat. Good. So from here, when you're ready, from your seat, find your legs forward. Find an anterior tilt of the pelvis. So tailbone's going to come behind, hip bones are going to rock forward. So my legs are together, or about as together as they can be. Some of you are going to be more comfortable if you're a little bit wider apart, so be mindful of that. But take flexion in the feet, so toes are towards the face. Big inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward. Keep a little softness in those knees if you're tight in the backside. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release, and come out of there. Good. From here, I'm going to recommend taking the legs a little bit wider apart. So we're going to do some quad work here to get into some nice patellar kneecap tracking. So be mindful here, and I say this because it's something that I recently discovered with myself. So this can cause a lot of like hip flexor stuff here, and it does tone that up. You will feel that less in the hip crease the stronger your abs become. Okay, so recently I was doing this and I no longer felt it in my hip flexor. It was all core. So just be mindful of that. The stronger your abs become, the less the hip flexors take over. So from here, I'm going to hinge forward here. I've got a long spine. I'm going to engage my abdominals, and I'm going to see if I can pick up this right leg. And I'm breathing, and I'm breathing, and I'm breathing, and I'll take that down and shake that out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Taking that to the other side, nice and tall, big inhale. Exhale, hinging forward. And when you're ready, see if you can engage the abs and pick up the left leg. So I've only just recently been able to feel my core fire up a little bit more and not compensate in the hip flexors. That's after over 12 years of practice. So when I say these things can take a long time, I really mean it can take a long time. But practice means progress. Good, take that down and shake that out. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for progress. Perfection does not exist. If you're looking for that, you've got the wrong teacher. So from here, when you're ready, you can do what we just did if that was enough of a challenge for you. If you want a little bit more, coming back onto your right side, right hip, knee, and toe are going to turn out away from the body. Nice and tall, hinge forward. Now we're going to engage this vastus medialis muscle right here and see if you can pick it up. Inhale, inhale, exhale, and lower that down. Take that back, shake, 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 rub, rub, rub. And when you're ready, we'll take that into the other side. So you can stay here, or hip, knee, and toe on this left side are going to turn out away from the body. Nice and tall, keeping length as you hinge forward. Good, engage, pick it up. Woo. With a smile, with the breath, let go of something not serving you here. Negative thought, let go of it, let go of it, let go of it. And taking that down and shaking that out. Good. Taking peace fingers behind the knees, bring those soles of the feet in for Badakanasana. So from here, careful not to take the heels in too close into the groin. We're going to keep a long spine today, so no third eye connection. Big inhale, exhale, hinge and lengthen. Head and neck are an extension of the spine, so there's nothing forward on your wall or what have you that you need to look at. There's nothing on the chest that the chin needs to touch. My gaze is right at the top of my toes. Shoulders are in their pockets. And then from here, when you're ready, good. We'll come back up out of there, bringing in the knees. We are going to come onto our back, bring one block with you. Good. And as you come back there, maybe take the knees into the chest and rock side to side. Good. Coming into a little bit of a core exercise here. Good. Now you can certainly do this with the block between the shins here if you'd like. Don't have to. We will have an opportunity to take the legs long as well. I'm actually going to do that. But you choose where you need to be. And I'm just going to kind of scoot out a little bit here. You'll see why in a moment. Taking knees into tabletop for the moment. Knees over hips, shins parallel to the floor. Arms to the side. Belly button in. We're going to let those knees come over to the right to a hover. How low the hover is dependent on you. We don't want the opposite shoulder to come up, and we don't want funny business to happen in the low back. So if you feel those, you've gone too far. Move through center, take it to the left. And move through center, take it to the right. And move through center, take it to the left. If that's challenging enough for you, stay right there. Ignore everything else I'm getting ready to say. Those of you that want more, come back to center. Legs are long. You're going to take it into pendulum. Taller people or longer leg people, this is going to be more challenging for you. Coming back up into the other side. And to the right. And to the left. And you can stay with these, or the next time you come over to the right, maybe we'll reach long and take a circle. Circle one time. Circle 2 times. Circle 3 times. Come back up center, reverse that. Go 1. Go 2. Go 3. Coming back up. I'm going to leave that block right where it is. I'm going to take my feet down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now, if you need to take your knees into your chest, get rid of a block or something like that, please do so. Otherwise, big inhale, exhale, I'm going to lift up. So I'm in my bridge. I'm rolling my shoulders under. Good. So I'm pressing slightly into the block. Now from here, carefully, energetically, take the heels towards the glutes. Knees will move forward a little bit, but feet won't. Release the tightness in the glutes. And carefully lower that back down. Good. I'm going to release my block here. Good. From here, when you're ready, actually, I should have held on to it. We're going to go into a final twisty. I'm going to take my right leg long. Good. Take your hands behind the left leg. Let them travel up as high as they can go. Give a nice little tug in, point and flex to that foot. Rolling in one direction and then in the other. Good. Now from here, put a bend in that left knee. If you are someone that needs to support this shin, when we roll over to the right, that's what your block is going to be for. Otherwise, right hand on the outside of that thigh, rolling over to the right, maybe looking to the left. A bolster will support you. A folded blanket will support you here as well. And when you're ready, good. Carefully coming back to center. Good. And we'll repeat that. to the other side. So if you need to move a prop for support to the other side, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm going to take my left leg long, taking hands behind my right leg. Let them travel up as high as they can go. Gentle tag in, point and flex through that foot. Rolling that ankle in one direction and then in the other. Good. And then when you're ready, putting a bend in that knee. Left hand on the outside of that right thigh, right arm out to the side. I'm going to twist to the left. Support yourself on something if you need that. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, carefully coming back to center. Good. Take yourself into your Shavasana from here. Good. So I'm just going to bring in this pillow. And once you get where you're going to go, then I'm going to give you this little relaxation exercise. So once you're where you're comfortable, see if you can make yourself just a little bit more comfortable. Now, I want you to tense up the entire body, nice and tight. Slowly release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale, tighten everything up. And release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting yourself go into your mat. Releasing into your Shavasana. Taking some deep breaths here as you come back to yourself. Choose stillness or gently take head and neck from side to side. Choose stillness or invite movement of fingers and toes. Choose stillness or taking knees into the chest, choosing to keep the upper body grounded or maybe tucking the chin and lifting up, full body hug. And choosing stillness or moving any props out of the way if you used any for your Shavasana time. Taking legs long in front of you, arms long behind you, and reach and lengthen from the edge of the fingertips, the edge of the toes. Full body stretch, point and flex through the feet, bend and stretch through the hands, twirling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. And then from here, whenever you're ready, carefully bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over onto your right or left side, the side that works best for your body. Taking all the time. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, whatever that would look like for you, maybe what we started with, maybe something different. And once you find that seat, find a little bit of length, noticing how you feel. Palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach, 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 and lengthen, touching palms together. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Reconnect with that letting go intention or whatever you chose one final time. And we'll take thumbs to the forehead for good and true thoughts. To our lips for good and kind words. And to our hearts for open and loving hearts. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you have the courage to always let go of something not serving you. Namaste.